Welcome into this special Sunday edition of On Texas Football. We're going to be talking about two top targets for the Texas Longhorns out of the Houston area today. I was on the road Thursday, South Point Dodge, on the road with South Point Dodge here at On Texas Football. I first went to A-Leaf Hastings High School in the Houston area to see Smith Orogbo, four-star edge prospect, who hours before I was on campus there at A-Leaf Hastings, Jeff Banks and Pete Kwiatkowski were by the school to see Orogbo and his father. That'll be the last time Texas sees them in person before the official visit, June 14th through 16th. And then after that, I went to Caleb Chester over in the Missouri City at Marshall High School to see Caleb Chester, where Terry Joseph, Blake Gideon, and Johnny Nansen were earlier in the week as well. I believe that was on Tuesday. But first, we're going to start with Smith Orogbo. He was 6'5", 6'4", 204 pounds as a junior on that huddle tape if you watch him. He's now closing on 220 pounds, 80-inch wingspan, 10-inch hands, just turned 17 last week. One of the top edge prospects in the country, four-star edge prospect. He has Texas, Oklahoma official visits. I think that's where the decision will ultimately come from, but he's also going to visit Missouri. He's also going to visit Texas Tech. He also has a visit set with Kansas. He's already been to Arizona State. He's got some other schools vying for visits, but it doesn't look like it'll happen. So first, we're going to start with Smith Orogbo. Enjoy the On Texas Football conversation with the four-star edge out of A-Leaf Hastings High. Four-star edge rusher, Smith Orogbo. Smith, I guess, first off, update me height, weight. You've had some weight since the season now. You look a lot bigger than that junior highlight video.
Yeah, I'm like 6'4", like 220.
Okay. What were you during the season?
So like 6'4", 204, 205.
205.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you've been on these college visits, have you had your wing? Have they measured your wingspan?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
I think it was like an 80.
80. What about your hand size?
Like 9-inch.
Okay. Well, it's got to be bigger than that. Hold on. Oh, no, you're 10. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 10.
10-inch hands. Okay, there you go. I was going to say 9. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 15 shoe. You just turned – when did you turn 17? Not too long ago, right?
I think last week Saturday.
Okay, so your May birthday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just turned 17, so you're young for that for your class. And you plan to graduate high school in December next year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so summer plans. What you have your official visits. Talk about those dates.
For from this week, I got SMU.
Okay.
May 29th to June 2nd, I got Missouri.
Okay.
June 7th through 9th, I got Texas Tech. June 12th to the 14th, I got Kansas. June the 14th through the 17th, I got Texas. And June 21st and the 23rd, I got OU.
Okay. And all those schools have been through, obviously,
Yes,
talked
sir.
to you.
Yes, sir.
Texas was here this morning, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Who was that? Jeff Banks and Coach Kwiatkowski?
Yes, sir.
What was that conversation like? Kind of what do y'all talk about?
Man, it was nice. We would just talk about education with Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about education.
Yeah.
So for the people that don't know, what do you want to major in? What do you?
Real estate.
Real estate. Okay. And so what's kind of their message to you? Like when you talk, what's Jeff Banks? Because he's recruiting you, right? He's kind of handling all of what's his message to you?
Yeah, he's been straight up. He just wants me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do the colleges telling you they like about your skill set?
They like my length, like my speed, my get off. Yeah, I can help sack the passer.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay. What do you think, before we get into kind of your thoughts on each of those schools, what are some things you feel like you need to work on heading into your senior season?
Probably try to work on my get off, work on more of my moves.
Yeah.
Try to get have good pad level.
Okay.
Yeah, hand placement.
Okay, so let's go through the schools. You're visiting SMU this weekend. What are your thoughts on SMU?
Yeah, it's see the Dallas area, more the Dallas area. Get to talk with the coaches because they're pretty good guys.
Yeah. Who do you talk to at SMU?
Coach Tibbs.
Coach Tibbs? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been on campus there before?
No.
Oh, so this will be your first time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you have Missouri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you been on campus there?
Oh, no, sir.
So it'll be your first time at Missouri. What are your thoughts on Missouri right now? What are your expectations?
I expect a lot because they had a good season this year. Yeah, it's crazy because the safeties coach, he played there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What are they telling you? What is it they like about you?
So I can fit in their defense because I'll be more of the boundary rusher.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you have, you said you have Texas Tech the 7th through 9th. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Texas Tech, I think they're here today as well, man. It's busy for you right now in May. So that's Coach IU, right?
Yes, sir.
Kind of, what are your thoughts on him? How's that relationship?
We can relate because he's a great guy. We had good conversations.
Have you been to campus there before?
Yeah, one time for a game.
Okay, so last season.
Yes,
who did Tech play?
They play UCF.
Okay, what was that atmosphere like?
It was crazy. It was a close game.
Yeah. So you have a teammate visiting Tech with you that weekend, right? Is Ike's going up there as well?
He's going to try to make a date.
Yeah. So that makes me okay. So have you been to a game at Texas?
No, I haven't.
What about Oklahoma?
Oh, nah.
Okay, so then let's move to Kansas. You're visiting there June 12th through 14th, you said.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you've been to Kansas before, correct?
No, sir.
What do you know about Kansas? What are your thoughts? Who do you talk to at Kansas?
I talked with Coach Ontelu. He's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these schools you haven't been to, have you studied up on them? How do you kind of prepare for those visits?
I studied up on Kansas because they had a great season this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a really good defense.
Do you like get online, kind of look up everything about the universities, watch YouTube on them? Kind of, how do you prepare as you study these schools?
Yeah, first I go to NCAA, like the defensive stats to see on defense, where they at on the board.
Okay.
Yeah, I get to see how much people like the new coaches they got, see how much transfers they got coming in, all the little stuff.
Okay. Then University of Texas. We talked that they were here. What are your thoughts on Texas right now? You were just there recently, I believe in April, right?
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on Texas right now?
I feel like it's a great school. I can see myself going there.
Yeah.
So I can fit in their scheme.
When you were there on the last trip, that you talked to Coach Sarkisian?
Yes, sir.
What was his message to you?
His message like he appreciated me for coming. He said he wanted me in the team.
Yeah. Did you talk to Torrey Beckton, the strength and conditioning coach, as well? Did you have a chance to meet with him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And when were you there again? What was that date?
April 6th.
Okay. As that was a big visit time for Texas that weekend. What is it that stands out about Texas to you?
How much people they got in the draft. That's what stands out.
Yeah. And so you watch the draft. Most of you guys watch the draft.
Yeah.
How impactful is that for you? Because you're a true academic football recruit, right?
Yes,
it's not just football with you. So what are the things that really impress you about a school?
Because what impressed me for Texas, they were able to go far in the playoffs. Yeah, and they how they developed the ends. When I was watching practice, even the new freshmen, they was playing pretty good. They got after it.
Did you meet any of the Texas players? Did you stay in contact with anybody?
I met. I was talking with Sweat.
Okay.
And other end, he got drafted.
Okay. Byron Murphy.
Not Murphy. He played
inside edge.
Yeah, he played edge.
Okay. All right. And then Oklahoma's your last official visit in June. Have you been to OU before?
Yeah.
When were you up there?
I think somewhere around March.
Okay.
March.
What are your thoughts on Oklahoma heading into the visit?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a great place.
Yeah.
I know you guys have a rivalry against them.
So who do you talk to at OU?
I talked to Coach Chavis, and the player I talked to was PJ.
Okay. So on that first visit, what really impressed you about Oklahoma?
Probably it's like a brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's like family. Coach Venables is a great guy.
How often do you talk to Coach Venables?
I think I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
Group chat.
Okay. So what is kind of his message to you?
Shit, he wants me to be the OU DNA.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how often do you talk to Jeff Banks at Texas?
Yeah, we talk a few times.
Okay. So now you have all these official visits. I believe that's 5. When do you want to make a decision?
Probably late June, early July.
Okay. What's it going to come down to for you?
Probably something my parents are comfortable with. Seeing which school fits me the most, where I can see myself playing. Probably that's what.
What is that fit you're looking for?
Probably a place I get a chance to play. Probably be a little true freshman.
You want a chance to come in and compete?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just give it a chance, right? Yeah, okay. And what about big city, small town? Does any of that matter to you? I mean, you live in Houston, right? You're used to 10 million people, but what is it that appeals to you about a university in a town?
Yeah,
city.
I would love a great atmosphere, great fans, good support. Yeah.
Does conference matter?
Not really.
No. So what are you looking for in a position coach or coach relationship? Because that's big at the next level for you guys on a day-to-day basis. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a coach that like will spend time to develop me, like tell me stuff I'm doing wrong, like, so I can be able to get better and improve.
Okay. And last things for you. Let's talk about your football background and how football became the sport for you. How long have you been playing? Because you haven't been playing since you were 5'6" in youth football. How long have you been playing ball?
Since freshman year.
Okay. What was your sport before football?
I mean, I played basketball for fun, like in the backyard.
Yeah,
pickup games.
So football's the first time you got serious about a sport?
Yes, sir.
What is it you like about football?
Shit, the contact. The moment I had pads on, I knew I wanted to play football.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is your goal in football?
Probably to make it to the league.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And obviously, parents are very academic oriented, right?
Yeah.
So those conversations are different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Pops is all about academics,
I
right?
can't tell him about football. He don't really know about that.
He doesn't really care, does he?
Yeah, nah.
Okay. So who do you watch? Who do you watch? It could be college, and I'm not saying team, player, college, NFL. Who do you kind of model your game after? Who do you say, okay, I have some similarities there, and that's kind of where I want to head with my career?
I got a few. I like Max Crosby.
Okay.
Miles Garrett, Nick Bosa, and probably Micah Parsons, because I like his speed. Like,
yeah,
he's versatile. He used to play middle linebacker. That's cool.
So you study the game then?
Yes, sir.
So how do you study the game? Do you go on YouTube and watch highlights of those guys? Kind of watch video? I mean, are you a big video guy?
Yeah.
Kind of how do you kind of watch the game and learn the game?
I watch where like people explain like their every step, like their get off, like their hand placements about like NFL guys. So I see that and like try to pick up stuff I can improve on.
Yeah. Okay. And now again, you're young for your grade,
yes,
but let's say this: you're in a leadership position here at Hastings High School,
yes,
right? You and Ike are. Well, how is that helping you, and how is that going to help you at the next level? Because you got to become a vocal voice now,
yes,
right? How's that helping you?
Yeah, it's like it helps me try to pick up my teammates on defense, try to like pick up the the environment, you know what I'm saying? Like pick up like the intensity of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, and we're at A-Leaf Hastings with Smith Orogbo. Smith, the last thing for you is how hard will this decision be at the end of the day? How difficult will it be?
It'll be a little hard, but I'll probably narrow it down.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
When will you narrow it down? After the visits?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I guess the last thing is goals for your senior season, man. You got one season left. You graduate in December. What are your goals for Hastings Bears?
Over 10 sacks.
Over 10 sacks.
Yeah.
What'd you have last year?
I had 8.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's Smith Orogbo. We're at Hastings High School. It's been Gerry Hamilton on Texas Football. Thank you very much, Smith.
Sure.
Thank you very much again to Smith Orogbo and the coaching staff at A-Leaf Hastings for hosting on Texas Football on Thursday. Now it's time to talk Caleb Chester. Guys, and I'm just going to tell you this, Texas fans. Hey, there may be some A&M fans, Arkansas, even LSU or TCU fans. They're going to end up watching this Caleb Chester interview. Of all the interviews we've done with prospects this year, and there's been a lot of impressive ones, Caleb Chester really, I was taken aback by the interview with Caleb Chester because of how serious he was about football and the conversation about football. You'll listen to him talk about coverages, breaking down coverages, his responsibilities at corner, what he loves about the position, his growth about the position. And again, official visits, big ones coming up. He's already been to TCU. He's got Arkansas May 31st through June 2nd, Texas June 7th through 9th, A&M June 14th through 16th. LSU's the 5th school. Don't think he's going to make an official visit despite Corey Raymond stopping by the school in the last 10 days trying to make that happen. Again, Caleb Chester, 6 foot, 165 pounds as a junior, closing in on 6'1", 175 now. One of the top corners in the state of Texas. And I think after the senior tape, the way this thing looks like it's headed, he's going to be a 4-star corner around the country in the recruiting industry. So, again, enjoy this conversation with Texas cornerback target Caleb Chester out of Marshall High in Missouri City. Caleb, I guess just kind of update me on recruiting, what's been going on. A lot of college coaches have been coming through to see you.
So recruiting has been going real well. Right now, I just touched 40 offers. We're going to have it down to the top 5 at LSU, Arkansas, Texas A&M, and LSU. And right now, I'm really just been taking things slow, going through the process and then talking to my parents.
Now, you made one official visit already, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was TCU?
Yes, sir.
Kind of reflecting back on that, what were your thoughts on that visit?
I thought it was a real great visit. Fort Worth had a lot of good things going on. I think Coach Buckles and Coach Dykes could really develop me into the player that I want to be.
Yeah, and how do they see you? Are colleges getting into scheme fit with you? Are y'all getting that deep into it right now? Kind of where are you at in that process as far as the playing corner within a scheme, talking to the coaches?
Yes, sir. A lot of coaches have been saying, like, kind of put me in, like, a star position, like, almost as they use Jalen Ramsey in the league because of my versatility, my size, and how physical I am. So they say I'm one of the guys that can, like, play that money position to play all around the field.
So some schools are telling you star and corner then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then your next official visit is who?
Texas.
Texas, June 14 through 16. I think Texas staff was here earlier this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Who was here?
Coach Gideon, Coach Joseph, and Coach Nancy.
What did y'all kind of talk about? What was that meeting like?
They just all came in and check up on me, tell me, just let me know that I'm top down, they bored, was just talking to me about football, asking questions about life and just how everything been, just a general good conversation.
You've been to Texas 2 or 3 times and during the process. Where are you at with Texas? Kind of what are your thoughts on Texas right now?
I love Texas because I really like the staff they got up there. Coach Sarkey, a great stand-up guy, same with Coach Gideon and Coach Joseph, all the other guys on the staff. So I really got a nice relationship with the people on that staff, and I really love the surrounding and the environment that they got in Austin.
And then after the Texas visit week, Texas A&M, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what are your thoughts on A&M right now?
Same with them. They all on the same playing field. Got a great relationship with Coach Peterson. He's been talking to me since 8th grade. He was the first coach to ever offer me in this recruiting process. So he kind of always just had that upper hand, that one step ahead for that. So and Coach Elko, he's a great guy. He knows what he's doing.
For sure. When is the last time you were on campus at A&M?
I couldn't give you the exact date, but mid-spring.
Okay, mid-spring. Okay. So what's Coach Elko's message to you last time you talked to him?
He just lets me know straightforward I'm the guy he wants, I'm the corner he needs, and whenever I'm ready to pull the trigger, I commit whenever, and I'm about to be playing that corner/star position for them.
When did the Texas A&M coaches come through here?
Last week.
Okay, who all was that?
Coach Peterson came through the team.
Coach Peterson. So when the coaches come through, does one of your parents come up and sit in on some of these meetings, or is it just you?
My dad would come up sometime.
Okay. Was he there with Texas?
Yes, sir.
And A&M?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then other visit you have after A&M in Texas. Is there anybody else, or is that it? Arkansas. When is that one?
It's 21st through 23rd.
Okay, that's 21st through 23rd.
Yes,
Okay. When is the A&M visit?
14th through 16th.
And Texas is 7 through 9.
Yes, sir.
7 through 9. A&M 14, 16. Arkansas 21st through 23rd. When's the last time you were up at Arkansas?
The first week of April, I think.
Okay. So was that the first time you'd ever been up there?
No, sir.
Okay, you've been up before. So what do you see from Arkansas that keeps you interested and has you going back for an official visit?
I'll probably say the family environment. Like, those guys are amazing. Coach Wilson, Coach Pittman, Coach T. Will. I talk to them every day.
Yeah.
They're always calling me, checking in on me, making sure I'm good. It's real. Like the relationship I got with them is really strong. I think that's what just has them so high on my list. It's just hard to turn them away when you got a bond with guys like that. And they're great coaches. I think they can really make me the player that I want to be.
So those 4 schools are making official visits to. Obviously, LSU is the 5th. Have you've been to a game at how many of those? Like a live game day atmosphere. Have you been to a game at Texas?
Yes, sir.
A&M?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At Arkansas or
Yes,
TCU?
Sir. Yeah, TCU though. Yeah.
Okay. You went to the game at TCU's last year?
Yes, sir.
Who'd they play?
Texas.
Okay. What was that like, a TCU home environment?
It was real nice. It was a great environment, and it was a real fun matchup to watch with 2 teams in my top 5. So I was really looking into the details of things.
Yeah. And what Texas game did you go to last year?
Rice.
Rice.
Game.
And which one?
Their opening game. Right?
Opening game. So that was early in the season, kind of before they kind of made their run. What were your thoughts on the game day atmosphere at Texas and being there for a game?
It was great. Even with it being early day, it was still popping per usual. So and then that run that they ended up making later on in the season was no surprise. To me, them guys was killing from the jump, and that's what was kind of expected from the start of the season from them.
What did you see from Texas that you liked last year?
All them guys was electrifying, was like entertaining dudes. Like they all just had the same motive, was all just on the same accord, just hard playing guys, love the game, and we got a guy like Coach Sark putting it all together. It's bound to go as far as they did.
What about Texas A&M? What game did you go to there?
I went to Bama, and I think I went to another game, but I can't remember. I went to Bama and Auburn.
Okay, so that's two big games for A&M, man. Two big SEC games. Kind of how was that? I'm sure you've been to games there before. What was that atmosphere like for you?
I couldn't even hear a single word that was around me. So that was your average SEC game. So something like a game like that. That's the atmosphere you expect. So it was a great environment.
What is the draw to the SEC? Because for all you guys your age, I mean, there's a big draw to the SEC. What is it about the SEC that you guys like?
I think just for like kids, the SEC, that's just the biggest stage. Like it don't get no bigger than that, So that's where all the money is made to, I guess, young kids, and that's just the guys they see on TV, the guys they see on all the covers and everything. So that's what they want to be at too.
What is before we get to you as a player and kind of how you've grown in football, what's going to be important? What are going to be your key factors in making this decision this summer?
I'll probably say how far I am from my parents, and just like I just want to be somewhere where I would like to live at and be, even if I wasn't playing the sport of football. And academic goes a long way too.
What do you want to major in? Business, okay. Anything specifically?
No, sir.
Not yet? Okay. All right, let's talk about you as a football player. Okay, and by the way, ran track this year, 22.5, 22.4 into 200. Did you long jump, do anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Talk about football growing up. When did you really start to say, okay, man, I might be a recruit in football. This might be a future for me?
I started playing football when I was real young. I was about 6, and I was always like just the best player on the field. But me and my parents, it was nothing but little league. So when I started getting to middle school, it was kind of still the same thing. When I was playing bigger, older kids, I was still just giving everybody the work. And in my 8th grade year, when Coach Jordan Peterson was at Kansas, and I got my first offer in the university at 8th grade, that's when my dad really started having me take this thing serious, and he was like, you can really go do something with this, and the rest of that is just history.
How much did it help you to have an older brother? He plays at Navarro, is going to be a Division I recruit himself. How much did that help you? Because you said you played with older kids, so obviously with your brother and his friends, did that toughen you up? Did that make you more competitive? How did that help you?
Yes, sir. Being around him was like, he's like a second father to me. He was just always holding me to a hard standard, like every rep, every day, like you got to do everything to perfection, chase perfection. So he always just put that, I feel like he really just put that dog in me and just made me the way I am today.
If we turned on your huddle video and we watched you, what does Caleb Chester do really well?
I say everything. If you need to see me play man-to-man, cover 1, it's on there. If you need to see cover 2, my IQ, how I read things, how I read 2 to 1, 1 to 2, 3 to 1, everything, you see it. If you need my cover 3, see how I can get across the field, my change of direction, my change of speed, how I get from the number to the hashes, I can do that. You need cover 4, see how I play the quarter, it's on there. If you need a physical guy, you want to see me come down, get off a block, make a tackle, it's on there. Everything you need, I can fill a hole, whatever you got to do. If you need to throw me on special teams, I can come off that edge, block a punt for you, whatever you need, I can do it. What's
going to be the most important part to maximizing your talent and ultimately living out your dream playing in the NFL one day?
I think just really just going all in, just sacrificing, just working as hard as I can to make sure I'm doing everything I can, all the little things to get to that goal.
Yeah, and where do you think you need to improve heading into your senior year?
I'd probably say tackling.
Okay.
Even though with me being a physical guy, a lot of times I'll take a bad pursuit or just a bad angle in general, or sometimes I just can't be physical enough and I'll just miss certain tackles. So I'd say that's probably my biggest weakness in my game.
Now, you're a guy that's grown in the last year. How tall were you about a year ago? What's your height weight now?
Last season I was playing at around like 6 foot, 160 pounds.
Yeah, and now you're what?
6 foot, 175. 6'2", 175.
Yeah, you've grown about an inch since the start of last season. And so I guess what is it you love about football?
It's just football, just me, like it's just in me, and I'm like, that's just what my world revolves around. So it's what I've always known and just always wanted to do.
How important is film study to being a great player?
Yeah, everything. If you don't watch film, then you're nothing like.
Yeah.
Not watching film is like going to a test without never reading a review. You're not going to be ready for it. So watching film is probably more important than the skill level. You got a smart guy with mediocre talent, he'll take you way further than a dumb guy with all the talent in the world.
And so how often in the off season now, how often do you study in the game? What do you do to study the game in the off season?
Studying the game, my coach, he always just telling me to just watch film, stuff like that. We'll watch the film in the hot box. So, and then I also just study DBs that I like, that I want to model my game after, that just have really perfected that, like guys like Patrick Surtain.
Who are those guys?
Derek Stingley, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, all them guys, James Bradbury. So. And
talk to me a little bit about the two young players here, Isaiah Williams and Noriel Dominguez.
Right.
Start with Isaiah Williams. What makes him a national recruit?
Everything. You just got to turn on the film, man. Like, he's a dog, like for real. Like that guy, that's my brother. So being on the field with him is like you kind of don't gotta worry about nothing. You know what I mean? Like you know he's gonna do his job. You know he's gonna get it done. Like you can come over and play one-on-one. Leave Isaiah over there by himself. You know he can scope the whole field out. So being on the field with a guy like him, you know if you miss a tackle, you know Isaiah gonna clean it up. If a ball go over your head, you know Isaiah gonna go get it for you. It's nothing he can't do. He can hit the biggest, he can hit the smallest, he can chase the biggest, he can chase the smallest. He can move like a little guy and hit like a big guy. So that guy's just different. Like he's literally just different. I don't know. Like you just gotta see it for yourself.
What about Noriel Dominguez? Because he came over from Ridge Point, so last year was the first year y'all were teammates, right?
Right.
So what have you seen from Noriel that makes him a big time linebacker?
You know, that's my brother too. I've always heard about Noriel, but like I never really seen him though. So as soon as he came in fall camp, like he was just like aggressive. Like after every play, he always just loud, he just screaming, and like he just don't care about nothing. Like when he on that field, like he'll put his whole life on the line to go make a play, and that guy is just ridiculous. Like just being on the field with him, it's like he taking all your stats. Like every time you look up, and they call him Noriel name or announcement. So just playing with both them guys on the field it's unmatched. You're not gonna find a better duo than that.
Hey, so last couple of things for you, Phil. When you're going through this recruiting process, how important is defensive scheme and those conversations with the defensive staff as a whole in your decision-making process?
Defensive scheme means a lot to me because if you have a scheme I'm not comfortable playing with or I can't really play in and don't fit in, then there's not really much need for me to be at your school because I'm not going to be able to produce the way you want me to produce for you.
So going back to Texas and Texas A&M, what is Texas telling you position-wise? Is it that nickel and corner? Kind of what are they telling you?
Yeah, same thing with them, really that corner, but also get into that slot corner if I got to.
What about Texas A&M?
Same with them.
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
So is the message pretty much the same?
Yes, sir.
What's going to differentiate somebody?
Really only the OBs will tell and time will tell. Right now, everybody's kind of on the same playing field. I love every school that's recruiting me and have a great relationship with all the coaches and staff at every school that's recruiting me.
All right, thank you very much on Texas football fans for joining in today. That's your first kind of real look outside of a huddle highlight tape, and you get to hear Smith Orogbo and Caleb Chester. And I think listening to those interviews, it's easy to see why the Texas staff has these two guys as two of the top defensive targets in the class. Thank you very much for joining in. We'll have more interviews with top prospects throughout the week. I'll be on the road a little bit in Dallas coming up here in the next few days. Thank you very much for joining in. And thank you, Texas fans, for continuing the support on Texas football as we make that push to 50,000 and eventually 100,000.